everybody. This is Dana. Welcome to my channel. Oh gosh, I know it has been a while. It has been a good probably almost 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks since I put a video up on my channel, and I wanted to let you guys know kind of what has been going on with me. And I thought that I could just sit, and I wanted to show you guys, this is what happens to my table when I'm away from my craft table. Hair clippers and tape and watercolor palettes, and this is not my doing. This is my craft space, is actually the dining room of my house because there's no other place for me to craft. So I was gonna sit and kind of clean up a little bit today, and I thought that I would just chat with y'all about what's been going on with me while I kind of clear my space out. So so we're not really doing a video per se of things that of a project of any kind, but I wanted to just update you, and I wanted to show you what I have been working on and see if any of y'all are interested in seeing tutorials on any of it. So as I'm clearing this off, look at, I wasn't the one watercoloring. This is my daughter. This is my 14-year-old daughter. So look at this, what she's done here. Isn't that amazing? I'm just like in awe of her talent. So anyway, as I clear these things away and off my table, so the first thing that has been going on is a couple weeks ago, I got into a really bad flare. I have an autoimmune disease called psoriatic arthritis, and these are my daughter's a hairdresser, so she was cutting my son's hair last night. So that's what all of this is. So anyway, I have psoriatic arthritis, which is an autoimmune condition where very similar to rheumatoid arthritis, where your joints begin to attack themselves, and it is quite painful. Really kind of horrific joint pain, and what's kind of added to it with that's different from rheumatoid arthritis is that I also have really bad psoriasis breakouts, and and on top of the psoriatic arthritis, I have fibromyalgia, which came into play and was I was diagnosed with that, and it kind of came on during the psoriatic arthritis, which my doctor said is common for people with chronic joint pain to develop fibromyalgia as well, which, if you don't know, is more of a sensory kind of a, it's more soft tissue pain, where the pain sensors in your body are really overactive. So I have a lot of pain in my back and in my shoulders and my arms, and you can't really touch me really hard because it just is painful. And so I got into a really big flare with both of those over about a couple of weeks back, and had been dealing with that. And usually I'm down for just a couple of days, and but it was just really bad. And so I was down with the pain with that, and wasn't really able to sit at my craft table because my hips and my back were really bothering me. So my home pretty much was my recliner for about a week and a half. And so what I had done is which I don't do very often. These are just journaling cards that I had pulled out for my farmhouse journals that I haven't been able to work on. So I'm still working on these. So what I did as I was sitting, usually I'm in so much pain I can't really do anything. But once the pain, I'm still hurting too bad to be at my craft table, but I begin to get depressed because all I can do is sit and watch TV, and that just is, for a creative person like me, and I'm sure a lot of you are this way as well, if you're not doing something creative regularly, I get depressed. And so what I began to do was, which I haven't done in a long time, is crochet. And I have found my love of crochet again. And so I want to show you a few things that I've made. I started working on Christmas gifts. Last year I did a lot of like paper crafting Christmas gifts. So this year, as I was down the last 2 or 3 weeks, I decided to make some crochet Christmas gifts. So aren't these cute? These are fingerless gloves, and these are not going to fit my hands because my hands are very chubby. But just so you can see, like, here's the thumb hole. See if I can at least get them on a little bit so you can see how they look on the hand. They come up, when they're on the person with the right size hand, they come up to about right here. And so it's in the shell stitch. It's really pretty. So I made those. Hopefully maybe my girls will want to wear those. And then I decided to look for a flower pattern, and because I wanted to do something else with the front of my farmhouse journals. Like, these are really cute the way they are, but how much more cute would they be with a little like crocheted flower on the top with maybe something in the center like that. So aren't those cute? I think that's just so adorable. So I'm going to be putting those on the fronts of my farmhouse journals. So those are cute. And let's see, what else am I working on? Okay, I finished 2 blankets. I was crocheting a lot when all you can do is just kind of sit on the couch. It was so nice to rediscover something that I loved so much that still allowed me to be creative, create something, but still sit on the couch. So I made my boys blankets for Christmas. So here's the one. I'm not sure how much of it I can get into the screen here. I made this one. Isn't that pretty? My youngest son's is in college, and he's at GCU here in Phoenix, and his favorite color is purple, and it's always been purple, and he just happened to go to a college where their color is purple. And so I made this granny square stitch blanket for him. It's not granny squares, it's the granny stitch, but it's in rows, and out of a purple ombre yarn, and then I just did a black border on it. So that's for my and I'm safe in doing that. My sons do not watch my YouTube channel. I think that's needless to say. They do not watch my YouTube channel. Oh, so that's for my youngest son. And for my oldest son, I love this stitch. This is called a modern granny. And see how on this stitch, these little clusters right here, these double crochet clusters, for the next row you work the next double crochet cluster into the gap between them. Well, on the modern granny stitch, you actually lay a foundation row between these, so where the granny clusters are actually sitting on top of each other. And this look is so beautiful. And then I just did a single crochet border in a dark blue around it. His favorite color is blue. And again, I used the blue ombre yarn for that. And I just love how these turned out. And even the edging just looks so nice with that single crochet. Oh, I love it. So I did those for my boys for Christmas. And I'm working on my sister's right now. And I'm going to have to text her and tell her not to watch this video. And I'm just going to have to trust her because I want to show you what I'm doing for her. My sister's favorite flower is a sunflower. And I found a pattern for a block Afghan, you know, where you work the blocks independently and then you sew them together to make an Afghan. And the blocks are sunflowers. Is that not adorable? So this is how many I have. I don't even know. I haven't even counted. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have a dozen of them done. I need 30. So I'm not quite halfway there. But these will actually get, let me remove these and just put one up there. I still have to sew my ends in here before I do the next color. These will get 2 rows of greens. Let me show you what that will look like. It's this green, so which I think is going to be beautiful with that. There'll be 2 rows of green crochet stitches, and I think they're going to be shells, so that's going to be beautiful. That will end up turning this into a square. So that's what I'm working on for my sister for Christmas. And other than that, that's just what I've been doing. I don't know if any of y'all are crocheters out there. I love these little flowers. They look so cute. If any of you are crocheters out there, I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to put crochet things on my channel. Oops, I've got this one upside down. If I want to put crochet things on my channel because I've only done paper crafting so far. So I don't really know if I'll do that or not. I thought, well, it is my channel, and if crocheting is a craft that I'm doing, you know, then I should put something up there. But I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I do have my farmhouse journals that I need to finish. All I really have left to do is fill the pockets and tuck spots. So hopefully I'll get those finished this week. And then my daughter, excuse me, my 21-year-old daughter, my middle daughter's turning 21 this weekend, this Sunday. And she had applied for Job Corps. Now, if none of you know what Job Corps is, I know it's in several states. It's a government-funded educational, kind of extended educational program. And for people that are poor. And I know one thing I haven't really shared with you guys is that's me. We're considered poor by the government's standard. Almost 9 years ago now, my husband and I divorced. He left me with 5 children, 4 of which at the time were under 18. And I had not worked the whole time we were raising our family. I was a stay-at-home mom. I homeschooled my kids. So I didn't know what I was gonna do. And so eventually things lined out and child support and all those things started coming in, and my mom was living with us, and my daughter, who was 18 at the time, she was just out of beauty school and starting to work as a hairdresser. And so my mom, myself, and with child support, and my daughter, who was a hairdresser, basically raised my family financially. And so, and that's why I say, by the government's assessment, we are a poor family. We've been on food stamps. We've been, and I don't feel bad sharing this with you guys. God has done a lot in my life, and He has brought me through many, many trials over these last 9 years. They've been very difficult, and God has been so faithful to me. And I just am so grateful to Him because He has never allowed us to be without. Our lights have never been turned off. There's always been food on our table. At times it's been kind of scary, but there was always food to eat. And the bills were always paid somehow. And we have had to move almost every year because there's no way that I could buy a house. And so we rent a house. And so every time we move into a rental and sign a lease, the owner of the house wants to sell the house at the end of the lease. And so we've had, in the last 9 years, 2 houses that we were at for 2 years. So that's 4 years out of 9. And for all the other years, we've moved every year. And I have another move coming up in February. And He's just never allowed, God has never allowed us to be without. There's always been the money to move. There's always been people in my wonderful church that have helped us move and have helped take care of us. And God has brought me through so much. And so back to Job Corps, I just wanted to share a little bit of a testimony there. Job Corps is a program, government funded, like I said, for people who have low incomes. And basically what you can do is they have all these programs that are like trades, like medical assistant, construction, just all these different, tons of different options. And my daughter applied, and it's taken like 5 months for her to get in, but she finally got the call last Thursday that she was all approved, and she had to be there Sunday at 11 a.m. this past Sunday. So she has gone off to Job Corps, and basically she's living in their dorms that they have there, and they're going to train her and certify her. So it's a 1-year program. And that's very exciting, and we'll see how it works out for her. She is bipolar, and she has an anxiety disorder and borderline personality disorder. So I'm a little worried about how she's going to do with all of this, but she wanted to try, and so I thought that it was important to help her try and do it and pray that she would be successful. And so that's another thing that's kind of been going on, adding kind of stress to everything. But I'm super proud of her. And so anyway, I know this has been kind of a ramble session, but you guys mean a lot to me. I have gotten messages as in my absence from YouTube and Facebook. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me. I know that I have not replied to all of you. Things have been overwhelming for me the last 3 weeks, and I'm so appreciative. The fact that some of you reached out to me and were concerned and noticed, just that you noticed I was not here, that just, you'll never know how much that touches my heart. And I want to thank you. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for being concerned about me. I have shared kind of here what has been going on with me. It was impossible for me to just keep writing to people over and over again that had reached out to me wanting to know if I was okay. So Thank you to everyone. And one person has contacted me more than once. And so I want to say to Carolyn Gibson, thank you for thinking of me, Carolyn. You texted me, you emailed me. I just thank you for caring and taking the time to ask me how you could pray for me. I really, really appreciate you. And thank you to all of you who watch my channel, who enjoy the content that I'm putting out. If you're interested in seeing other things that I do, like crochet, I have other things that I do too that are just like more crafty things, like for the home and things like that, that I do other than just the paper crafting. Let me know. I don't want to lose viewers because they came just because I am paper crafting and now I'm doing other things too. But the reality is I do other things. I don't just paper craft. So let me know in the comments below. And again, I just want to say thank you so much, y'all, for sticking around and just caring about me and what is going on with me and the things that are happening in my life. So hopefully I can get back to making regular videos here very quickly. One of the things my daughter that's why I was telling the Job Corps story. My daughter that was left for Job Corps specifically asked me to make her a little photo album so that had pictures of the family in it that she could keep with her at Job Corps. So I thought in today's technology where everybody's got pictures on their phone, it was special to me that she wanted a little tiny album that she could keep in her backpack. So I'm going to be making that this week, definitely. So, and I know some of y'all are still waiting on the coffee dyeing video that I didn't get to. So that'll be coming up too. As always, have a wonderful day and God bless.